This is the video for Minuet number 3. Here's an A. D. G. And C. And here's a demonstration. Okay, and I totally forgot to repeat the sections, but okay, we have an A section and a B section in this piece, just like we do for Minuet 1 and 2. The A section will be played twice, even though I didn't do that right now, and the B section will also be played twice. So for our A section, we have 2 fragments that they start the same but end with a different ending. So we basically have a first ending and a second ending that we will learn. But so here's the beginning of the fragments. We're going to start with the 3-finger, and it's going to be a 3-finger on D. Then we're going to jump to a 3-finger on G and run up the scale until we get back to 3-finger on our D string. So we're going to play a down bow. Then it's going to be okay. The first 2 notes of this run are going to be slurred. It's going to be an up bow slur. So you're going to play a down bow on your 3rd finger. Then you're going to slur 2. And then you'll continue your bowings. Then we're going to do an up with our 3-finger on G. And just like all of the minuets, our ups are always staccato. Okay, so that's the first little bit of our fragment. One more time, it's down, up, 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 up. Okay, we're gonna do the same kind of a pattern, but this time we're gonna start with 4-finger on our D string, and we're gonna do a scale. We're gonna play 4. Then we're gonna do a scale starting with 2-finger. And this piece, for the first section, our A section, our 2-finger will be low for our top strings and will be high for our lower strings. In the B section, we have a few accidentals, just like in Minuet number 1. But so we're going to play our 4-finger, jump to our 2-finger, which is low, and we're going to play from 2 on our D to 2 on our A. So it's going to go. And it's going to be the same kind of a pattern. So we'll play down for the first note and then an up bow slur for the next 2 notes. So it's going to go down, then up, up, and then we're going to do that same 3-3 with our up, up. Okay, and that 3-3 is on a G. Okay. So thus far, our fragment is okay. The next little bit are similar patterns. We're gonna have a 2-finger on our D, and then we're gonna do a scale going down from 3 to open. On open D, so 2, Okay, the bowing for this is going to be down, up, up, and it's a slurred up, up, so they're not staccato up, ups. It's just going to be down, slur, down, up. Okay, then we're going to do this a similar thing. We're just going to move the pattern down one finger. So instead of starting on 2, we'll start on 1, and we're going to do the same thing down, then 2 finger, all the way to 3 finger in our scale. So let's see, down, up, okay, and then here is our first ending. Okay, so all of this thus far is going to be the beginning section of each of these sections or fragments in the A section. So thus far it's going to sound like this. Okay, so here's our first ending that I'll add. We're going to put a 2 finger. Remember, it's a high 2 because we're on our lower 2 strings. It's going to go 2, 3, open on our D, 1 finger on D, then 3 finger on G, and then we're going to do a little ornament. We're going to put our 1 finger down and then quickly take it off and do an open. Okay, so, but let's just go back a little bit and make sure we have the notes. And then I'll do the bowing. So we have 2, high 2, then it's going to be 3, open 1, then we're going to go back to 3, and then we're going to do this 1 open. Okay, so you're just doing a really quick 1 open. That's how you do that. Okay, so now for the bowing. The first note is a down bow, so 2 fingers down. Then you're going to do that same up, up, or slur with the next 2 notes. And then the next one, notes are as they come, so down, up, down. When you get to that that ornament, the 1 open, you can think of it as a slur because they're both on the same bow. So 1 open is just both down versus, okay, so it's, okay, so that's our first ending. It will be, sorry. And let's see, I think I recommend that you keep your 1 finger down. So keep it down and just come back to it. Okay? All right, so that first fragment all together, we have our first scale, up, 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 4, up, 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 2, 1, 2. This is the first ending. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to just repeat that same section, but we're going to add a second ending instead of a first ending. So we'll just do it again, and you're going to want to retake your bow because you end on a down bow and you're going to start on a down bow. So again, to do a retake, it's kind of just like doing an up bow in the air, not on your string. So if you end on a down bow, I'll just do an up bow in the air, this angle, up bow in the air to replace my bow in the frog. Okay, now I'm in the frog, so I'm going to go ahead and continue repeating it again. 4, and my 2, 1. Now here is your second ending. It's going to be just like the 2 and the 1, but we're just going to go to open. We're going to go open, then 1, open, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so open on D, then this 1 open is going to be slurred, an up bow slur, then 3, 2, 3 on G. Okay, so that second ending is open, D, slur, 3, 2, 3. Okay, that is all of the A section. And like I said, you'll play the A section twice. Okay, to go on to our B section, we have 4 fragments that I've separated out in. And if you're looking at sheet music, they're line by line fragments. So there's 4 lines, 4 fragments. So this portion of the song is in forte. The A section was in mezzo forte. So generally the song is a louder piece. It's not going to be too quiet. Okay, so here we go. This is our first fragment of the second section, our B section. You're going to start with a 4-finger on A. So make sure you have your thumb around your instrument here, not way up here, so you can make it easier for your pinky to play. We're nice and high and in tune. Okay, we don't unfortunately have a string that we can test this 4-finger with because we don't have an E string. So you'll just have to make sure you can hear your instrument ring, or you can also go to the piano and play an E just to make sure you have it nice and in tune. Okay, so we're going to play a 4, then we're going to go to 2-finger, and it's a low 2, and we're going to run back up to 4. So it's going to be 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're just going to play a 2-finger. Okay, at the end. So 4, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, the first note is down. The next 2 are ups. So slur, they're not staccato ups. They're just the slurred ups that we've been doing. So we have 4, slur. Okay, so 4, slur, 4, 2. And we're going to do the same kind of a pattern. We'll start with 3-finger on our, oops, away. All right, then we'll start with 3-finger on the A, and we're going to go 3, and jump over our 3 to the D string and play 3, open A, 1, and those 2 will be slurred, 1 finger, then back to 3 on D. So that part is 3, jump over and do 2 slurs, or 2 notes in a slur, 1 finger, and that's 3, open A, then 1 on A, and 3 on D. Okay, so thus far we have 4, 3. Now we're going to go to 2. So you're kind of going down the scale. And this is going to be 2-finger, and then you're going to do open A, and it's just going to be A, 1, 2. And it's the same thing. So down, slur, down. So okay, down, A1, A1, A and 1 on A are in the same slur, an up bow slur. So down, then down on 2, then we're going to play a 3-finger on D to finish it. Okay, so that one is. Okay, so thus far we have our 4, 3, 2, and we're just going to do a little ending, which this one right here, our 2-finger will be on the tape, okay? And we're going to go 2, 1, 2, open on our D string. It's going to go 2, 1, 2, open, all on our D string, okay? And those 2s, only those 2s right there are on the tapes for that fragment. Okay, so that whole fragment together sounds like this. Okay. Our next fragment, this whole fragment, our 2 finger on D will be on the tapes, okay? But just the 2 finger on D, not on A. All right, we're gonna do a scale going up. It's gonna be starting on our D string. The first 2 notes we're gonna put in a slur. So we're gonna have a 2-note slur on a down bow. So it's gonna go open D and 1 on D. That will be in the down bow slur, and everybody else will just be as they come, okay? So, and when I say they are as they come, that's another way to say that they're just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, okay? So here we go, we have, okay, so you're going from open D to 2 finger on A, and remember 2 finger on A is not on your tapes, only the 2 finger on D. So slur, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, then we're gonna come down a little bit. We're gonna do 1 on A and then open A. Okay, so thus far we have. Okay, and then our little ending is gonna be 1 finger on A, open D, then 2 finger on D, and remember it's a high 2, and then 3 finger on D. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, open, 2, 3. Okay, and we just have one bowing thing in that little thing to do. So we have on our 1 finger, we're gonna do that on a down bow. Then our next 2 notes are gonna be up, up, and these are up, up staccatos. So up, up, then 3 finger. Okay, so. Okay, so that second fragment altogether is gonna sound like this. Okay, the last thing to say for this fragment is that it is encased in 2 hairpins, a crescendo and a decrescendo. When you start the fragment, it is a crescendo. So that run, that da 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 da, that is a crescendo. So when you get to the top of your note, the top of the scale will be your loudest note. It's going to stay loud until it gets to the last 3 notes of the fragment, and then you'll gradually get softer. So when you start your up, up, that's when you start to get softer. So it's going to go soft to loud. This 2 finger is the top note of your scale because you don't go any up any higher. So that's the loudest one you're going to do. Then when you start getting to the up, up, this is when you're going to decrescendo. Okay? Okay, just 2 more fragments. This third fragment is piano. Okay? So all of this fragment, we're going to be soft. Okay? So here we go. We have a little pattern that we're going to do. It's going to be 3 finger on D. Then we're going to go 3, 2, 3 on our G. Okay, so it's going to go 3 on D, 3, 2, 3. Okay, 3, 3, 2, 3. I recommend you leave your 3 finger down for this next part. So just leave it right there. Then we're going to play the same thing we just played, but instead of doing 3, 3, 2, 3, we're going to go to 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so we'll play our 4, then do our 3, 2, 3 again. Okay, so we have 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so that was really easy. Remember, this is piano, so nice and quiet. And then the next section, we're going to do your notes are going down the scale. It may not feel like that, but they are going down the scale. So you'll start with your 3 finger on D, and we're going to do a down, up, up for these 3 notes. So it's going to go 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. And your 2 finger on the D is now back to being a low. Okay, so we have 3, then up, up. Okay, So down the scale. Then we're gonna do, I'll just give you the notes, then I'll give you the bowings for this part. We're gonna go open D, 3-finger on G, 2-finger on G, back to 3-finger on G, then we'll play our 4-finger on G. Okay, so we're kind of doing a round. We start on our D, we go all the way down to 2, and then go back up to D. So, but instead of playing open D, we'll play 4-finger. So the first 2 notes of this little round thing are going to be slurred together. So it's going to go down, slur. And you might have to practice that because it's a slur across the strings. Okay. And then you'll just finish off 2, 3, 4. You also want to really make sure that that 4-finger's in tune, because you'll have just played an open D. So if it sounds any different than open D, you know it's out of tune, and that will not sound good. So make sure you got that 4-finger right in its place. If you're having a hard time getting it, make sure you loosen up your thumb. He's also often the culprit to why our 4-finger's not in tune. Okay, so that third fragment again is going to start like this. Piano, 4, then our up, slur. Awesome. Okay, then this is our last fragment. We are going to do the same kind of a thing that we did for our second fragment of this thing, where we have a scale going up and then come back down, and the first 2 notes of the scale will be slurred. They're just going to be different notes. So it's going to start with the open G. We're going to go all the way to 2-finger on our D string. So first 2 notes of this are slurred, and it's a down bow slur, so down. Okay. And then we're going to go down the scale to our open D. So 1, open. 1, open. Okay, now we just have this little ending part. It's going to be 1 on D, 3 on D, and that 1 and 3 will be an up bow slur. Okay, so up, and they're not staccato, they're just a slur. Okay, 1, 3, and 1 bow, up bow. Well, actually, let's see. Nope, it's on the up bow slur, just down bow slur, sorry. Okay, down bow slur for those 2 notes. 1 and 3 are down bow slur. Then you're going to have an up for these 2 notes, which is 3 and 2 on our G string. Sorry. And then our last note is going to be a 3-finger on our G. So that last fragment will sound like this. Okay, and that is the end. Oh, I guess I should say that our last fragment also has hairpins. So it starts with a crescendo on that little scale. So when you get to the top note of that, which is the 2-finger on D, that 2-finger will be the loudest note. And then when you get to your ups at the end, that's when it starts decrescendoing to, and then your last note will kind of fade away. Okay, and remember, you will play A section twice and B section twice, and then the piece is over. So good luck with this. I hope all goes well, and we will see you in the next video.